Imagine waking up tomorrow in a world with no bathroom, no showers, no toilet paper, no running water, no soap as we know it today. Now imagine this is not a survival challenge, but everyday life. In the year 1348, this was normal. This was reality for millions of people across Europe and other regions. Life was harsh, crowded, and often unsanitary, and yet people survived. Life in 1348. The year 1348 was part of the Middle Ages. Cities were growing, but infrastructure was limited. There were no modern plumbing systems. Clean water was not available inside homes. People collected water from wells, rivers, or rain. Carrying water was a daily task, often done by women and children. Water was precious and used carefully. Bathing was not a daily routine. Many people bathed only a few times per year. Large public bathhouses existed in some regions. However, these baths were expensive for poor families. During disease outbreaks, many bathhouses were closed. Some people believed bathing could make them sick. Others thought it opened the pores to dangerous air. Hygiene knowledge was limited. Cleaning without modern tools. Soap did exist in some forms. It was usually made from animal fat and ashes. It was not widely available to everyone. People often used sand, herbs, or ashes to clean themselves. Clothes were worn for many days before washing. Washing clothes required large amounts of water. Laundry was a difficult and tiring job. Fire had to be used to heat water. This made cleaning expensive and time-consuming. Because of this, personal hygiene was very different from today. Toilets and waste. Most homes did not have indoor toilets. Wealthy homes sometimes had simple toilet rooms. Poor families used chamber pots. These pots were kept inside bedrooms. At night, people used them instead of going outside. In the morning, waste was emptied into streets or pits. In cities, waste sometimes flowed into open gutters. Narrow streets could become dirty quickly. Animals often walked freely in towns. This increased the spread of waste and smell. No toilet paper. Toilet paper did not exist in most parts of Europe. People used leaves, grass, straw, or cloth. Wealthier individuals might use soft fabric. Some regions used water for cleaning. Methods varied depending on culture and location. Hygiene materials were simple and natural. Nothing was manufactured for comfort like today. Disease and the Black Death. The year 1348 is also famous for a deadly event. The Black Death spread across Europe during this time. Millions of people died within a few years. Poor sanitation helped diseases spread quickly. Crowded cities became dangerous. People did not understand germs. They believed illness came from bad air. Some thought it was punishment from God. Medical science was very limited. Doctors had little knowledge of infection. Daily life conditions. Most people lived in small wooden houses. Homes were often dark inside. Windows were small or covered. Smoke from fires filled the rooms. Cooking was done over open flames. Heating depended on fireplaces. Winters were extremely cold. There was no central heating. Beds were shared by family members. Clean bedding was not common. Work and survival. Despite hardships, life continued. Farmers worked long hours in fields. Food production was manual and exhausting. Markets were held in town squares. Trade was growing slowly. Communities depended on each other. Religious life played an important role. Churches influenced daily behavior. Cleanliness sometimes had spiritual meaning. Ritual washing was practiced before ceremonies. Social differences. Wealthy families had better access to resources. They could afford cleaner clothing. They sometimes had private bathing rooms. Poor families faced more challenges. Hygiene often reflected social status. Cities were more crowded than villages. Rural areas sometimes had better air quality, but both environments had limitations. Slow progress. Over time. Over centuries, sanitation systems improved. Towns began creating better waste management. Public health awareness increased gradually. Clean water systems were developed later. Indoor plumbing became common much later in history. Modern toilets were invented centuries after 1348. Hygiene education improved medical understanding. Science changed how people view disease. Today's bathrooms are the result of long development. Progress came step by step. Life in 1348 was not easy. People lived without modern comfort. They faced disease, cold winters, and crowded streets. Hygiene was limited, and knowledge was small. Yet humanity survived. Communities adapted to their environment. Every generation built improvements for the next. The systems we use today were shaped by history. When we turn on a shower or flush a toilet, we are experiencing centuries of progress. The Middle Ages remind us how far humanity has come.